Hello and welcome back to the Stronghold. I'm the Magi, and today I am going to do what I think is the biggest pack opening I've ever done because, well, I just have so much swag. Okay, no, that's not true at all. In case you're new around here, I'm a free-to-play player and I farm multiple accounts so that I can keep a realistic idea of exactly what is possible for us free-to-play players, so I can give better and more well-meaning advice to the community out there. But today we are going to open something like 465 packs by my count, so let's get to it. But before we get into all that, take just a moment to like, comment, and subscribe, because that kind of thing really keeps this boat moving. Now, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, right. All right, so a lot of people will ask me why I decide to hold packs, and well, this is my attempt to answer that. The broad strokes is opening your packs all at once makes slightly better use of pack protection. I really can't explain why that is, but it almost always holds to be true. Secondly, by opening my packs after the renewal decks or starter decks are issued for the following year for certain sets, I can take advantage of all of the extra cards that I get from those starter decks, because you only receive those cards if you didn't already own them. Now what you see on your screen is two of the accounts that I farm. These were basically farmed on a daily grind using the exact same methods, and you can kind of tell that by looking at the lower rarity and the single counts. There's not really huge differences there. But where it really starts to set in is in those higher rarity playset numbers. And as you can see, the account here that I held the packs as opposed to just opening them as I earned them had over 19% more higher rarity cards. That's a huge difference. Do me a favor and call your broker tomorrow and tell him you want to earn 19% more and see how fast he hangs up on you. But here on Arena, it's just a matter of being patient, holding on to your packs for a little bit. Alright, let's start things off with the primary account. I'm just going to burn through these couple alchemy packs here real quick. Same with these first couple from last year. Wild and Ixalan. O'Hare and Bloodletter, two fairly important mythics there. Glad to pick those up. And now that we're getting into some fresher stuff, we'll open these in first of 10 and talk about the rares and mythics. Nim Mizzet on the twofer, dual lands, wild cards. Cryptix is a little bit of a disappointment, but Massacre Girl, Anzrag, Tallest Mirror, dual lands, or a dual land, and a mythic wild card. You know, for a while there, I thought Case of the Ransack Lab was going to be a thing, but yeah, it's not. Fugitive Codebreaker, dual lands, wild cards, two Axebane Ferox, the first two apparently. Good stuff. Other than the wild cards and the dual land, I'm not terribly excited about that first, but you can't win them all. Kind of the same thing here. Sharp-Eyed Rookie was promising for about 15 minutes, and then it kind of wasn't anymore. Rakdos, a little Kaya action, Doppelgang, Mythic Wildcard, and a Dual Land. Not bad at all. War Leader's Call, Dual Land, Wildcard. Krenko, Izoni, The Law Above, Dual Land, a couple more Case of the Ransack Labs. Probably have playsets of those now. Mythic Wildcard, couple Dual Lands, like 3, no witnesses if I ever decide to build a control deck. That's pretty nice. Alright, let's move into Thunder Junction. Rest in peace, Seraphim Steed, Slick Shot Show Off. I really thought that was going to be in the starters this time around, but nope. Great Train Heist is pretty nice, and a rare wildcard. Terror, I think that gives me a playset now. Caustic Bronco, Dual Land, Void Slimes, even a Tiny Bones. I'm not sure how I feel about Tiny Bones. Not sure it's living up to the hype yet, but it's got a long time in Standard, so maybe its day will come. Mythic Wildcard, Jace, Dual Land, Rattleworm, another Dual Land, another Wildcard, good stuff. Railway Brawler, now there's something you want to see, and a Giralf. I'm a little surprised this wasn't in the starters. I thought this might be the way that they went instead of Fairies, but I mean, I guess overall Fairies is probably more exciting long term. Zombies is kind of a last year's deck, I guess. Gissa, gotta love that. Badmir. Claim Jumper. Now this will be interesting here in a few weeks. And Tumblewag, I think, is pretty seriously underrated. It's just waiting for its spot. Vraska, Laughing Jasper, those are fantastic cards. Contagion Engine, that's pretty nice. Another Jace. Fortune, Bonnie Paul. Speed. Another Terror, that's bound to be a playset now. Not to mention I had old copies too. Bonnie Paul, Roxanne. You don't have to turn on the red light. Another Tiny Bones, Gitrog, Oko, Thief of Crowns, very nice. Very, very nice. Archive Trap as well, Primal Command, really good stuff here. Another Gissa, another Jasper, Trailblazer, Smuggler's Surprise might do something here in Standard. Rattleworm as well. Anti-Flash, another Jasper appearance, Calamity times 2, Force of Vigor, Trailblazer, Dual Land, good stuff. And, well, as it often is with the last burst, it's just not quite as impressive because it's generally smaller and you've used so much of your pack protection. But a rare wildcard isn't bad. It's Smuggler's Surprise. It does have some options in Standard here over the next couple years. Villainous Wealth is one of those cards I really want to build around that I just never have. So there we go, guys. That's the first grouping of the pack opening. Alright, these first few older sets we're just going to do without comment. Then the larger groupings, we'll talk about the rares. And of course I'm going to continue to hold my golden packs until post-rotation, but here we go. Oh, and this is the 2024 account. neglected to mention that. Restless Cottage and Rough Triplets. Now, there's a card that I would not have gotten if I had opened these packs earlier. Dual land, always nice. Rakdos, pretty good. Kind of interested in the ley lines. We'll have to see if that actually does anything. Wild card, Phoenix, couple dual lands. Well, 3 dual lands, actually. More dual lands, Niv Mizzet for this account, wild card, good stuff. Fugitive Codebreaker, probably the most interesting card here. Couple of Kellens, Mythic Wildcard, nothing terribly special here. Cryptic's kind of a dead card. More dual lands, more wildcards. Dual lands, Doppelgang, pretty nice. Tallest Mirror, that's a nice one to pick up. Assassin's Trophy, I think, is a little underrated. It's just waiting for its spot in Standard. It hasn't got there yet. Eurus, Fugitive Codebreaker, dual lands, wildcards, good stuff. A Mythic, that's actually a first. Don't mind that a bit. Incinerator of the Guilty and an Azoni, very nice. Alright, now let's move into Thunder Junction. Very nice stuff. Bristly Bill, Outcaster Trailblazer, Free Strider Lookout. Force of Vigor is pretty nice, and a Mindbreak Trap. Kinda love that. A Loot, there's something I wasn't sure I'd ever own. And some dual lands. Wildcard, Gitrog, dual land, Terror, Rattleworm, Bonnie Paul, Tumblewag. Yeah, some good stuff there. Lotus Ring, not sure how to feel about that. Roxanne's always a good one. Dual lands, Rush of Dread and Bedeviled, okay. Contagion Engine, a Seraphic Steed, that's pretty nice. A Mana Drain, it's a great card to have. Dual lands, wild cards. Terror of the Peaks, that's good stuff. Territory Forge, Calamity, Bonnie Paul. Good stuff. A Wily Duke, a few dual lands, that's generally always good. Seraphic Steed, wild cards. Double Down. A Slick Shot, Dual Land, Villainous Wealth, and Siphon Insight. A Void Slime. That's a interesting card to pick up on this particular account. Mythic Wild card, an Assimilation Aegis, which is kind of a signature card. Great Train Heist, gotta love that. A lot of these older reprints, Archive Trap. Another Void Slime, Colossal Rattleworm. Good things, good things. And this is the brand new 2025 account. I'm going to breeze through these alchemy packs without any comment whatsoever. Alright, now for the main standard sets, we'll talk about the rares here. Well, wild cards are generally good. Mother Goose is probably the most interesting card there overall. Wild card. Incinerator and Nib Mizzet of the Guild Pack, both pretty darn interesting there. Terror of the Peaks, pretty nice. Great Train Heist, Stingerback Terror, Slick Shot, Show Off. I think they basically just gave me a red deck. Colossal Rattleworm, pretty darn good there. Most of the other rares and mythics I'm not terribly interested in. Dual Land, always nice. Magda, we've already got. Dual Land, pretty nice. Couple rare wild cards. So not a bad open there. And before we go, I want to take just a moment to thank my totally awesome patrons for supporting me and allowing me to apply my passion into a community. And of course, before we go, I've got some suggestions for your next step.